So let's go ahead and find a nice long straight spine. Close the eyes. And just notice your breath, notice your thoughts. And interestingly enough, I've been thinking a lot about forgiveness. So notice when I say that word, what happens to your breath and what happens to your thoughts? What do you start thinking about with forgiveness? Does it change the ability to find a nice long inhale or long exhale? I did an intensive this weekend, another part of extra teacher training, and the teacher and I did not see eye to eye on a lot of things that I felt were very quintessential to yoga. And so the first day we went back and forth for a little while on philosophy, and she really frustrated me. And then I started getting frustrated that I was getting frustrated. It's been a while since anybody's really frustrated me. And I was feeling like her unconscious choices were such a problem, and I wished they were other than how they were. And then my reaction became very frustrated, and then I wished I wasn't getting frustrated. So then I went home and I meditated on it for a while. And I realized that I am really bad at forgiving myself for unconscious behavior. I'm really bad at forgiving myself when I wish something was a certain way and then I'm not able to make it that way. And I realized that my inability to forgive myself made it impossible for me to forgive this teacher. So then the next day I went in, and every time she would say something that would frustrate me, I would take a breath and I would go, no, just forgive. Forgive her for having a different opinion than me, and forgive myself for being frustrated. And this idea of forgiveness over the last few days has completely changed how I've been looking at everything. I notice how much time I spend judging everything around me. So I've been really focusing on every time that I'm judging, not only forgiving what I am judging, but to forgive myself for judging in the first place. And so in the same way, I want you to use this practice today as an opportunity for forgiveness. Anytime that we get pulled away from our breath and our mind takes us somewhere, or we start to get bored, or whatever it might be, can we allow that as an opportunity to forgive ourselves? Letting this time on our mat be a practice of forgiveness. Take a deep inhale in through the nose for 3, 2, 1. Slow exhale out the nose. 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale in. 3, 2, 1. Slow exhale out. 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale in. Reach the crown of the head a little bit higher. Exhale out. Keep that length. Relax the shoulders, knees, and hips. Deep inhale in. Let your belly fill up. Let the diaphragm fill up. Exhale, push out a little extra air. Take a huge inhale in for 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Huge inhale in. 3, 2, 1. Hold softly. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Huge inhale in. Hold at the top. 8, 5, 2, 1. Exhale slowly. 4, 2, and let the breath come back to normal. And just notice how taking these few deep conscious breaths allows more presence. On your next inhale, reach the arms out and up. Bring the palms together, exhale them down in between the eyes. May your practice cultivate enlightened thoughts. Inhale, exhale the hands in front of the mouth. May your practice cultivate enlightened speech. Inhale, exhale the hands in front of the heart. May all of your practices cultivate an enlightened heart. Moving nice and slow, place the hands down and walk to the front of your mat in a nice easy forward fold, feet hip distance apart. Little bend in the knees, really spreading the toes, clasp opposite elbows. Release the head, let it be nice and heavy, and rock gently from side to side. Just feeling this whole spine getting long, waking up. And bring the hands to your shins. Inhale, coming halfway up. Exhale, release a little deeper, pull against the backs of the ankles. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, release a little deeper. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, release a little deeper. Keeping the bend in the knees, inhale, rolling up one vertebra at a time. Reach the arms out and up. Keep that inhale going. Sip in a little more air in through the mouth. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, lead with the heart, head down to the toes. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, release a little deeper. Little bend in the knees. Inhale, rolling up one vertebra at a time. Reach the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. Inhale, reach long. Tuck the pelvis under. Pull the sternum in to keep the chin tucked. Exhale, lead with the heart long through the spine. Weight towards your heels. Inhale, halfway up. Feel long. Engage the core. Exhale, release a little bit deeper. Bend the knees. Inhale, rolling all the way up. Reach the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. This time as you inhale, bend really deep into the knees, reach the fingertips up. Chair pose, really transfer the weight towards your heels. Get the chest nice and high. If you're pinching the shoulders to get the arms straight, then maybe bring the hands to your hips or take them out to the side. Same deep breaths. And then heel toe your feet out to the edges of your mat. Keep that nice deep bend in the knees. Sending your hips way back behind you. Try and get your knees right over your ankles and reach your fingertips straight out in front of you. Find that little arch in the back. You can even gaze up in between your fingers. Same deep breaths. Lift your toes to lift your arches. One more inhale in. Exhale, release, straighten the legs. Bend the right knee, keep the right fingertips down, reach the left fingertips up. Same deep breath. And the left fingertips down, bend into the left knee, reach the right fingertips up. Long through the spine, feel that space in between the vertebra, and then feel the twist. And straightening both legs. Release down, clasp opposite elbows. Heavy with the head. Nice deep bend in the knees, let your chest relax down under your thighs. Interlace the hands behind your back, try and keep your palms together as your pinkies head down toward the earth. Feel the head heavier and heavier. And then straighten the legs only as much as you can and keep your chest connected to your thighs. Same deep breaths, long inhales, long exhales. Try to find more and more space in between your shoulder blades all the way up into your neck. And then release the hands. Heel toe your feet all the way back together. So let your ankles, heels, toes press in toward each other. Bend into your knees. Press your knees together and reach your fingertips up. Back into chair pose with our knees pressing together. Take one more inhale in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take the right elbow on the outside of the left thigh. Push down with that left hand. Nice deep twist. Open the arms if you would like. Try and place those right fingertips down on the outside of the left foot. Notice if the right knee is coming out in front of the left. Same deep breaths. Inhale, coming up, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Left elbow, right thigh. Same deep breaths. Bend a little deeper. Open a little more. Keep those knees right next to each other. Keep the weight towards your heels. On your next inhale, coming back, chair pose. And then exhale, straighten the legs. Bring the hands to heart center. Close the eyes. Feel the pelvis slightly tucking forward, engaging the core, holding the sternum in and up. Relax the shoulders. Chin slightly tucked. Really spread your toes. Feel that firm foundation. And then start to transfer the weight over to the right foot. Start to lift the left toes. And keep your eyes closed if you'd like a little more of a challenge, or open your eyes and find that focal point. Bring the toes toward that ankle, the calf, maybe pulling it all the way up into that thigh. Notice if we're collapsing into that hip. Keep it strong, spine long. And then starting to practice some forgiveness. Feeling any of those wobbles that we might find, and just forgiving ourselves and coming back into a deeper breath. There's no reason it needs to be perfect. There's no reason it needs to be as we wish it was or think it should be, because it already is. Bring that left knee up into your chest. Stay here, trying to get that knee nice and high. Or grab your toes. Straighten that leg out. Roll the shoulders back. Notice if we're collapsing into that hip. Keep it nice and high. Same deep breaths. So holding on to that knee, or holding onto your toes. That leg come out to the side. Either way, same deep breaths, find that focal point. Notice if part of you is starting to get a little frustrated. Starting to feel like, oh, I should be able to hold this balance. What's wrong with my feet? Can we just breathe through it and forgive by allowing? Pull that knee back up into your chest. Grab the inside of that ankle. Send it back behind you, and either just keep that little arch in the back, reach the opposite fingers forward, or start to kick into that hand. We all come out of balance. What's important is how long it takes us to start to come back. Same deep breath. Slowly coming back. Gently place that foot down, hip distance apart. Release that foot. And then reach the arms out and up. Inhale in. Exhale, lead with the heart. Bend into that left knee, left fingertips down, reach the right fingertips up. And just notice what that brought up for you. How was that balancing? Can we forgive any frustration? Frustration with ourselves, frustration with me for teaching such a long balancing series. Just releasing down, nice, easy, wide forward fold. Slowly rolling up, one vertebra at a time. Bringing the hands to heart center. Heel toeing the feet together, closing the eyes. Just taking a few breaths, grounding down. And really thinking of this as a practice, an opportunity, a safe place to get nice and frustrated with yourself or with me. It's perfectly fine. But can we breathe through that frustration and allow forgiveness, and through that forgiveness, accept what is happening right now? Slowly transferring the weight to the left foot. Bring up the toes. Find the inside of that calf. Maybe the inside of that thigh. Feel nice and steady here. Find your center by finding a deeper breath. All of our proprioception muscles, those little tiny muscles that keep us vertical, they run off of oxygen and not glucose. So theoretically, if you breathe deep enough, you should be able to balance forever. Of course, that's only in theory. But it's nice to think about when we're finding that balance. If I breathe a little deeper, I'm giving those balancing muscles a little extra energy. And as I find myself getting frustrated with this really long balancing series, can I forgive the frustration? Can I forgive the image of how I think this should be or could be, and instead just let it be as it is? Slowly bring that knee up into your chest, holding on to that knee or straightening the leg. Still finding those same deep breaths. And just noticing the thoughts, noticing any emotions that are coming up. Slowly opening that leg out to the side. Forgiveness is incredibly powerful, especially when we can start to forgive the moment that we are in right now. Because when we can forgive the moment, we can allow the moment, not thinking that it should be a moment that will happen in our future, but the moment that's happening right now. Slowly pulling that foot in, grab the inside of that ankle, reach the opposite arm forward, find a little deeper breath. Gently, slowly, find your way down. Feet hip distance apart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, lead with the heart. Bend into the left knee, reach the right fingertips up. And bend into the right knee, reach the left fingertips up. Let's just find a nice little flow. Inhale, exhale back to center, bend the left knee, reach the right. Exhale to center, inhale, reach the left. Exhale to center, inhale, reach the right. And one more time, just exhale to center. This time bend into the knees, place the hands down, stepping back to plank. Really engage the core, center of the back high, spread the fingers, take an inhale in. Exhale down to chaturanga, shoulders way out, elbows in. Inhale right back up to plank. Exhale back, downward facing dog. You can bend one knee and then the other. Really being kind to those hamstrings after all that work. Inhale coming forward to plank. Exhale down, chaturanga. This time exhale all the way down, untuck the toes, press down with the tops of the feet, lift the head and chest. Don't worry so much about coming into your neck, but being long through the spine. Lift the hands. Use that low back. Try and release your glutes. Same deep breaths. And placing the hands down, tuck the toes. Inhale coming up to plank. Exhale, bring your feet together, back behind you. Inhale, rolling onto the outside of the right foot. Reach the left fingertips up. Place that right knee down if you need to. Same deep breaths. Long inhales, long exhales, stacking the joints, spreading the fingers. You can bring that left foot up for tree or grab a peace grip around those toes if you're feeling adventurous. Take one more inhale in. Exhale, coming back through center. Exhale all the way down, chaturanga. Inhale back up for plank. Exhale it out. Inhale, roll onto the outside. Left foot, right fingers up, left knee down if you need it. Pull that right foot in, whatever you had on the other side. Even it out. Deep breaths. Try and get those hips a little higher. Take one more inhale in. Exhale, coming all the way back through, down to chaturanga. Inhale up for plank. Exhale all the way down. Inhale through and up, your back bend of choice. And then exhale back for child's pose. Knees nice and wide. Big toes together. And release. Take a deep inhale in through the nose. Hold the breath at the top. Open the mouth, let it out. Deep inhale in through the nose. Hold the breath at the top. Open the mouth, let it out. What in the world just happened? Take a few breaths. I want you to put just as much effort and focus into releasing as you put into all of the work that we just did. When we take a break, which is so often needed, we often feel like we should be doing something else. We should be working. I have so much to accomplish, so much I need to do. See if you can forgive yourself for not resting. Forgive yourself any time that you are not at peace. And then that act of forgiveness will allow you to be at peace. And then a wonderful way to forgive the past is to truly release it. To recognize that we have learned what we needed to learn, and in that learning, finding gratitude. And through that gratitude, finding acceptance. And through that acceptance, we can allow the now. So I want you to take everything we've done so far in our journey today and inhale it all in. Hold the breath. See how it feels to have all of that activity in the body. Recognize that you have learned from it what you need to learn. And then open the mouth and let it go. And then find your way to downward facing dog. Inhale the right heel up. Be sure the right hip doesn't stack on top of the left. Exhale, knee to nose. Spread the fingers. Inhale that right heel up. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Engage your obliques. Try and get that knee really high. Inhale that heel up and back. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Try and get it up towards your shoulder. Inhale that heel up. Exhale, knee to nose. Engage the core. I'm going to stay here for just a few breaths. Try and get your low back really high. Try and get your shin farther and farther up off the earth. Use your core, use your shoulders, and then softly place the right foot down near the right hand, lining up that second toe with the ankle, knee, and hip on each side. And bring the hands to your hips and come up. Little bend in that back knee to really tuck the pelvis forward. Keep that core engaged, relax the shoulders. Be sure we're not reaching forward with the chin, but long through the back of the spine. And then start to straighten that back leg by reaching that left heel back. Notice if that starts to open the hips, pull the left hip back forward. Same deep breaths. Reach the fingertips up when you feel ready. Keep pulling back on the right heel. Keep the right hamstring engaged. Be sure we're not pressing into the right toes. That puts pressure on the front of the right knee. Take an inhale in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take the left elbow on the outside of the right thigh. If you need to, you can place that back knee down. Otherwise, keep it lifted. Find those same deep breaths. Open the arms if you would like. Bind if it's in your practice. Long inhales, long exhales. Notice if that left heel is falling out to one side. Keep it reaching straight back behind you. Same deep breaths. Especially in this tight, twisted position. Breathe a little deeper. Take one more inhale in. Exhale, slowly unwind. Bring both hands to the inside of that right foot. Make a little pillow with the left side of the mat. Place the left knee down, untuck the toes. Walk forward just a little bit on the fingertips. Feel like you're trying to pull the ground toward you. Lift the right toes, pull back on the right heel. See if you can find that opening through the front of the left hip. If you need to, you can take the right toes a little farther forward. Take one more inhale in. And then start to release down to your forearms if you would like. Or you can stay right here on your hands, sinking into that nice runner stretch. See if you can release your head, neck, and shoulders. You can let the right knee fall slightly out to the right side if you would like. Same long inhales and long exhales. Notice your thoughts, notice your focus. Notice where your mind might be trying to take you. See if you can find some gratitude for all the work that our mind does, and then let it go. Forgive it. Allow it, and then release it. Slowly coming up to your hands, tuck the back toes, send that right foot back and up. Release that hip however you would like. Keeping that nice firm foundation through the fingertips. Placing that right foot down as you're ready. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Engage the core. Exhale down, chaturanga, shoulders way out. Inhale through and up, your back bend of choice. And then exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale that left heel up. Exhale, knee to nose, use your core. Inhale that heel up and back. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Try and get it up toward that shoulder. Use your obliques. Inhale that heel up. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Try and get it up towards your shoulder. Inhale that heel up. Exhale, knee to nose. Take a few deep breaths. Try and get that shin way up off the mat. Use your core, use your shoulders, use your breath. Spread the fingers. Press down through that whole palm. And then gently place the left foot down near the left hand. Lining up each of the joints one more time. Little bend in that back knee. Hands to your hips and come up. Same deep breaths. As your body starts to get a little more tired, as your muscles and joints start to tell you they would like to rest, notice if there's any want for, oh, I should be stronger than this. I should be able to do this without shaking. Should and could. They're all forms of stress. They're all forms of wishing we were somewhere else instead of being right where we are. So forgive yourself. Breathe a little deeper. Straighten that back leg, reach the fingertips, and be right where you are. And if that means you need to place that back knee down, it's not better or worse. It's just allowing yourself space. Allowing yourself the kindness of forgiveness of right where you are. Same deep breaths. One more inhale in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Right elbow, left thigh. Same deep breaths. Whatever variation you had on the other side. These deep twists are a wonderful opportunity to feel the compression of our breath. Emotions affect our breath. When we're surprised by something, we take a little When we're angry, we often breathe very shallow. When we're stressed. So we are purposefully making it more challenging to breathe right now to see if we can breathe a little deeper. Can we breathe through the sensations in our body instead of giving in to them? We are not our mind, we're not our thoughts. Forgive our thoughts. Come back into your breath. Slowly unwind. Make a little pillow with the right side of the mat. Place that right knee down. Untuck the toes. Palms a little farther forward. Walk that left foot a little forward if you would like, so you can lift the toes and pull back on that heel. Pull with your fingertips. Sink the hips. Open up through the front of the right hip and underneath the left. Long through the spine. Long with the breath. Find your way to a nice runner's stretch as you feel ready. Release the head, neck, and shoulders. And just notice any thoughts that start to come up. Maybe it's just boredom. A lot of times in holding these poses for such long periods, the mind starts to trick you and say, oh, this is boring. Let me come in and entertain you. I will take you somewhere else. See if you can forgive the thoughts for their childish antics and use them as an opportunity to come deeper into your breath, deeper into now, deeper into the sensations in your hip, deeper into the sensations in your body. Anytime that we make something that is perceived as a mistake from an external point of view, it is just an opportunity for forgiveness, for becoming more conscious of this moment. Slowly coming up to your hands, tuck the back toes, send that left foot back and up. Release that hip, let it feel nice and open. Place it down, hip distance from the right. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale through and up, your back bend of choice. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Take a few deep breaths in downward dog, child's pose, however you would like to take a little rest, listening to your body, listening to your breath. Noticing your thoughts. Are they helpful? Are they hurtful? Coming into a deeper breath, coming into this moment. Forgiving yourself for any part of you that thinks it should, could, or might be somewhere else. And find your way up, downward facing dog. Bring the right foot in between your hands, place the left heel down, find your way up, warrior two as you feel ready. That right foot forward, pulling the feet in toward each other, reaching the right knee right out over the toes, tucking the pelvis underneath you, grounding down through that left pinky toe, relax the shoulders, pull the core in and up, long through the spine. Find that focal point, and then bend a little deeper, close your eyes, forget everything I just said and breathe. Allow this as an opportunity to explore the body. What happens when I tuck my hips more? What happens when I bend a little deeper? What happens when I ground more through that back pinky toe? What happens when I breathe a little deeper? Right elbow, right thigh, left arm reaches. Same exploration, same deep breath. And place those right fingertips down if you would like. Reach that left hand behind your back, right fingertips to the left. We're just staying right here in a nice extended side angle, trying to pull that right hip underneath you. See if you can still find that inhale in for 3, 2, 1. Exhale out, 3, 2, 1. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Inhale all the way back, peaceful warrior. Bend a little deeper into that front knee. Reach a little more with the right fingers. And then straighten the right leg. Feel really long from that right big toe all the way through that right middle finger. And then start to bring the arms parallel to the earth. Reach the right fingertips out. Tuck the right hip under. Head down to Trikonasana, hand on the shin. Inside, outside of the foot. Just notice if there's a big curve in the spine. Use those left obliques. Try and stay nice and long. Keep that right hip tucked underneath you. Same deep breaths. Very nice. Let the left fingertips come down. Take the hands on either side of that front foot. Heel toe the left foot. About 6 inches closer. Turn the toes toward the front left corner of the mat. Try and parallel your hips to the front of the mat. You can stay right here, hands on your shin if you need to. Fingertips on the earth if you have your fingertips on the earth. And maybe reach those right fingertips up. Same deep breaths. Very nice. If you have those right fingertips up, you can stay here or bend into the right knee. Take the left fingertips a little farther forward, lift that back heel. Parivrita Ardha Chandrasana, same deep breaths. Try and get that back heel a little higher. And then everyone bend into that right knee. Float those left toes all the way back into a lunge on that right side. And then we're going to place that back knee down, untuck the toes, straighten the right leg, send that hip all the way back. Bring the left heel around to the inside of the right. Sitting up nice and tall, feel that length in the spine first. And start to reach your chest out over your toes. We're going to inhale and lengthen, grab on wherever you can. Exhale, rounding down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rounding down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Reach your fingertips out over your toes. Inhale all the way up. Use the strength. That hip. Take the left hand back behind you. Right hand to the outside of the left thigh. Nice deep twist. Flexing the right toes. Keep that right leg active. Sitting up nice and tall. Using that left hand to press your spine a little bit longer. Deep breaths. You can use that right hand to twist yourself a little deeper and at the same time press that left knee down toward the earth. Now place the right hand opposite the left hand. Tuck your right toes and send that left foot back to meet the right. Take an inhale in and plank. Exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale through and up. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Bring that left foot forward. Right heel down, find your way up, warrior two. Same alignment, same activity through the feet, grounding down through that right pinky toe, bending into that left knee, trying to parallel your hips to the long side of your mat, opening that left knee even more. Reach the fingertips out, relax the shoulders, chin toward the left middle finger, close the eyes, bend a little deeper, breathe a little deeper. Left elbow, left thigh, right arm reaches up and over, long in that extended side angle. Whatever variation you had on the other side, even it out. Notice your focus, notice your breath. Can you still find that long inhale and long exhale? Can you still feel your feet pulling in toward each other? If your body is shaking and quivering, that just means we're opening up new parts of the nervous system, new neural passageways. It's like when there's a clog in a hose, and as the clog starts to open up, you get those little spurts of water, little spurts of electrical synapses in your body. On an inhale, head all the way back, peaceful warrior. Bend a little deeper into that left knee, feel long through that left side. And then straighten that left leg, feel really long through that left big toe and the left middle finger. And then find your way out, Trikonasana. Keep that left hip nice and tucked underneath you. Keep the feet pulling in toward each other. Same long breath. Very nice. Right hand comes down, heel toe the right foot a little bit closer so you can turn the hips to the short side of the mat. Reaching long in pyramid, hands on the shin if you need to, just not on the knee. Staying here, the right fingertips down, left fingertips up. Deep breaths. Find the length in the spine and then the twist. Deciding to stay here or find your way into Parivrita Ardha Chandrasana. Lifting that back heel. Tucking the right hip under the left, stacking the right shoulder underneath the left. Same deep breaths, long through the spine. And then slowly floating back to that lunge. This time we're going to Place the right heel down, bring the left toes in so that you're in a nice wide-legged forward fold. Take a moment in Pajaritapadatanasana. Release the head. If you have a Sirsasana practice, you can just place the crown of your head down, let your toes float up. If you don't have a Sirsasana practice, transfer the weight a little more toward the balls of your feet, interlace your hands behind your back, send your pinkies down toward the earth. Same deep breaths. If you've come up for Sirsasana, slowly find your way back down, let your blood realign. Release the hands. We're all going to walk over toward our right toes. Keep that rotation going. Come up to the balls of the feet. Walk all the way around, back behind us. Start to bend the knees, stack the knees on top of each other, and sit down in between your heels. I'm going to turn around so I can see all of you. Very nice. Now you can stay right here, just working on trying to get those knees closer and closer to each other. Notice if you're really close to your left heel, see if you can get your left heel a little farther away from you. If this is just too much, you can also just stack that right ankle on top of the left knee, come into a fire log pose instead. If you would like to go a little deeper, take that right hand behind your back, and the left hand to the outside, the right thigh. Same deep breaths. Sitting up nice and tall. Very nice. One more inhale in. Exhale, begin to unwind. Over to your left, keep that unwind going. All the way around, back behind you. Come up to the balls of the feet, straighten the legs, head through Pajaritapadatanasana, over to the left side. Keep that rotation going. Left knee should be on top. Very nice. Sitting up nice and tall. Trying to feel that space in the hips. Left hand behind you if you're feeling adventurous. Little twist or deep twist. But wherever you are, find a deep breath. Long inhale. Long exhale. Very nice. Take one more inhale in, twist just a little deeper. Exhale, unwind over to the right side. This time as we come up to the balls of the feet, we're going to just stop right in that lunge on the left side so we can send the hips back, pull that right heel all the way around. Feeling nice and tall through the spine, flex the left toes back toward you. Start to reach the fingertips out wherever you can, hold on. And then take an inhale in, shine the heart out. Exhale, release a little deeper. Inhale, shine out. Exhale, release. Round. Inhale, pull against the leg, flex the toes. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale it out. Reach the fingertips out over your toes. Inhale, coming all the way up. Take the right hand behind your back, left hand to the outside of the right thigh. Nice twist. Flex the left toes. Keep that left leg active. And this time, coming back forward, straighten the right leg out to meet the left. Pull the flesh away from your sits bones. Keep the feet at hip distance. Take an inhale in, really long through the fingertips. And then exhale, release out, Paschimottanasana. Take a nice seated forward fold. Try and release the weight of your head, your shoulders. Keep the toes active. The sensations that come up in this forward fold are usually rather intense. There's usually a very strange spot in the spinal cord that feels a lot of tension in this stress. We have fascia that wrap everything in our body, wrap all of our muscles, and then from our muscles, the fascia wrap around all of our joints, and then into the other muscles. So we have this group of fascia that run all the way down the bottoms of our feet, the backs of our legs, either side of our back, all the way up to the crown of our head. And in this pose, all of those connections are in their most extreme opening. See if you can breathe into those sensations and not judge them as good or bad, but just allowing them as sensations. And then forgiving yourself if a part of you is resisting. Through that forgiveness, see if you can let it go. Keeping the head heavy, slowly roll up, one vertebra at a time. And let yourself fall all the way back to your forearms, like you're hanging out at the beach, looking at the ocean. And let your toes relax. And let your head fall back. If you'd like, you can find the mat with the crown of your head. Or you can try to get your belly button a little higher. Find a nice fish pose. And then release all the way down to your mat. And bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall out to the side. Right hand to your heart, left hand to your diaphragm. Feel that nice deep release. Or you can stay here if you would like, or if you'd like to bring in just a little fire, a little core, take your heels straight up into the sky. And relax your shoulders. See if you can get your tailbone up off the earth. Keep that low back pressing down. Keep the neck and shoulders relaxed. Same deep breaths. See if you can find that same long inhale and long exhale, whether you're in Supta Baddha Konasana or you have your heels up in the sky. You can decide to stay in Supta Baddha Konasana. You can keep reaching your heels up. Or if you would like to invert, you can send your toes up over your head and come into plow. And hands high up on your low back, find your way up for shoulder stand. And finishing out, rounding out your own practice. Noticing if you can keep recognizing the habits of the body, habits of the mind. And noticing if there are any bad habits. And then forgiving them. Not being frustrated with yourself for having the bad habits, but just forgiving yourself. If you're in the shoulder stand, find your way back through plow. Gently coming all the way down. Heels close into your sits bones. Press the heels down, lift the hips up, come up for bridge. Or if you would like, hands under your shoulders. Find your way up for Urdhva, Dhanurasana. Same deep breaths. Listening to your body. Noticing if part of you is tired, part of you is a little tighter than usual. Can we just forgive and allow? Coming up to the balls of the feet if you're in that back bend, rolling down one vertebra at a time. Gently pull that right knee up into your chest, straighten the left leg out. Pull the right knee over the body with the left hand. Nice final spinal twist. Notice any resistance still in the body. Let it go as you exhale. Slowly coming back through center. Pull that left knee in. Hold on to it with the right hand. Pull it over the body. And then notice any part of you that feels unstable. And forgive it for its instability. And in that forgiveness, see if you can find gratitude for the unknown. And then coming back through center, straightening that left leg out, finding our final Savasana. Tuck one shoulder blade and then the other. If your tongue is connected to the roof of your mouth, release it. Come into a deeper breath and start to find that balance between the strength of stability and the mobility of flexibility. And then notice your thoughts. Notice if they're trying to take you somewhere. Notice any distractions that are pulling you away from the razor's edge of now. The ups and downs, the positives and negatives, the sensations in the body. See if you can be in a state of forgiveness of all these things. And when we forgive, can we let go of? Now, a part of you might be afraid to let go because without all of these things, with what am I left? Forgive even that fear. Through that forgiveness, allow yourself to come into your breath, to come into now. Allowing yourself just to be. Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Notice where you are. Invite in a nice deep breath. Listening to that breath. Decide if you would like to stay right here, melting into your mat, or slowly start to activate the body, find your way gently to that same comfortable seated position, however you would like to round out your journey. Keeping the eyes softly shut wherever you are, allowing that internal awareness. Allowing that internal awareness to bring you deeper and deeper into your breath, into the now. Noticing if your nervous system is a little calmer, if your breath is coming a little easier, if your thoughts seem just a little bit further apart. And maybe, just maybe, there is an overwhelming sense of forgiveness of each moment with each breath. And through that forgiveness, there is ease, there is peace. And in that peace, there is joy. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Bring the palms together. Exhale them down in between the eyes. May your life be filled with enlightened thoughts. Inhale, exhale the hands in front of the mouth. May you always have the patience for enlightened speech. Inhale, exhale the hands in front of the heart. May your heart have the healing it requires to live an enlightened life. Namaste. Take your time. There is no rush. I just want to thank you all so much for allowing me to guide you. It is such an honor. As most of you know, these are all donation-based classes. For those of you that make it here in person, there's a donation station on your way out, and for those of you at home, there's a donation button on your screen. We ask that you honor the suggested $15 donation if you're able, or leave whatever you can, so that we can continue to bring this service to our community and to the world. Hope that you will take this sense of forgiveness with you into your day, your week, your month, your life. And it is a brilliant one.